Folks, I'm on my way to a look around the place called Byker. So I'm in Newcastle. That's pretty obvious, I suppose, if you know that Byker is in Newcastle. And first I'm going to just go and have a quick beverage from the Time bar before I have a look around, so I'll see you in a minute. So I'm going to level with you here. I'm trying to get to the Full Circle Brewery. I had a look on the map and I just thought, oh bloody hell, there's too many beer places in Oosburn and Byker and stuff, so I'm going to go to the Full Circle Brewery and have a half. Look, this video will continue and it will be alright, seriously, keep with it. Check it out, Full Circle Brewery. Look at the smoke coming out. Brewing those beers. I've had a few from this brewery, so I'm gonna go in and see if I can partake, which I will, obviously. Lots of industrialised units wandering down here. That's is that a real church? It doesn't look like a real church. It's a real church. This building here, it's the old public library, 168 Brinkburn Street, but can't be a library now. It must be, well, I don't know what it is. Something else. It is a very unusual style of architecture, isn't it? Definitely. That's Kendall Street and I'm walking towards Brinkburn Street. I'm not actually sure where I'm going, to be honest. But let's see if I can have a wander. So this is the Byker Wall, apparently. Excuse the bus. There you go. Very unusual architecture. Shipley Walk, it says, across the road. Byker swimming pool. It doesn't look like a swimming pool. And at the end there's this like chimney thing rising up into the sky. Don't know what that means, to be honest. Foreboding, but I bet you get a really good view of Newcastle. The top of those flats. Probably over towards there, look. Nice. I don't know what kind of reputation Byker's got as a housing estate or whatever, but can't be as bad as some of the ones I've seen in Manchester and Sheffield and Leeds, if I'm honest. I tell you what, it's leafy as well. There's lots of trees. Dedicated climbing wall. If you're going to be a climbing wall, you might as well be dedicated. The most brutal part of the estate is this building here. Never mind the wall. I almost can feel the rationale for the design in a way. It's like bright, it's very bricky, but you know, there's trees everywhere. I can imagine there's some vision of community, and maybe there is, you know, I don't know, I don't live around here, do I? People have to tell me, you know. with any kind of estate there'll always be some social problems, but I bet there's a sense of community alongside that somewhere. There always will be. On the corner of Byker Bank and Stephen Street, and look at this. It's like half a bar over here. Look, there's a pint pot and a bottle. You're all after a contrast on this channel. I normally give you one. There's an old church, and there's some really shit stuff. Bingo, KFC, Morrison's, the usual garbage we get everywhere, innit? I'm not shocked by that by any means. It's Shields Road apparently, and I don't know if we're still in Byker or not. I've got no idea, but wasn't too far away, so I thought I'd come up here. I can see a Spoons in the distance as well. Well, it's just full of the usual shit. Nothing to report here at all. It's a bit ropey. This old building here. Yeah, not a big fan of Shields Road, I have to say. It is, I've said it's ropey before, but yeah, it's really quite ropey actually. Kind of visions of when life was better. Look at these two buildings here, and that one across there. And the smell of weed is palpable. It really is. I'm not making that up. It really is weed smelling up Shields Road. There's another climbing centre here. Look at this. Newcastle Climbing Centre. Apologies for anyone that lives on Shields Road that thinks it's alright, but it's not for me, folks. It's really not for me. And it's as far removed from Newcastle as humanly possible in some ways. This is Rington's Tea Limited, merchants established in 1907. Everyone's had a cup of Rington's tea, and it's not too bad. The coffee's a bit crap, but the tea is really nice. That's a fine building, that, and it's nice to see that it stood still. Whether it's still Rington's Tea, I don't know, but I do like that building. Okay, let's deal with the elephant in the room. So Byker Grove, right, featuring PG and Duncan, later Anton Deck, was not filmed in Byker, apparently. I was told this a couple of years ago, and it's sort of like, I don't know, damaged some of my brain hearing about that. But apparently it wasn't filmed in Byker. I can't remember where this person said it was filmed, but it certainly wasn't Byker, so sorry about that for anyone that thought it was. Right, well, down here it's just more housing, not really a lot to see really, just more of what you can see already. So I'm going to circumvent that and go down here as I head towards somewhere else, and that somewhere else might involve a sneaky half somewhere. Brinkman Street Brewery, someone said to me. That's a decent place. I said that to myself. I've been there before. So I think this area is called Heaton Park actually, which is over there through the railings. So not really in Byker. Molyneux Court over there, one for the Wolves fans, if you're into football, that is. If not, that's probably lost on you. Ooh. So yeah, I'm walking back onto Shields Road, and then going to find the Brinkman Street Brewery and go for a Swifty in there. It's very nice, it's very good. So this is Byker Bank, heading down to the Brinkburn Street. It's warmed up as well. I mean, I thought we'd lost the summer, but I'm starting to get a sweat on here, and the sun has come out, by the way. So this is all good ahead of the bank holiday weekend. So I'm going to bid you farewell as I head to the Brinkburn Street brewery for a drink. And could I live in Byker? Probably not, in all fairness. But, you know, it didn't look too bad on the first bit I was at. On the other side, Shields Road, it's not all that, really, is it? Anyway, I'm going to give it sort of 5 out of 10. And I'm gonna go. See you later.